Hello and welcome back to a foreigner and family in the Philippines. And we're over here at the bamboo. We're getting some more sticks. I'm hoping to get those 1,000 cacao planted this year, intercropped with the banana here. I'd like to get that done. It's just keeping up with the maintenance on the banana is keeping us pretty busy though. And so just to differentiate with the sticks, it does kind of help, especially when you're planting there, just to have. So I, and right now I've got most everything planted, but it just helps to have them color coded. So and that's what I had gone with. But, so we know what's supposed to be where, especially if something dies, or I know what to replace it with too. And we went ahead and did another from the bamboo here. You see the bamboo patches back here got thinned out quite a bit. There's still plenty of bamboo back here, and then it'll also recover as well. But we got 1,500 more sticks, and we're going to go ahead and paint 1,100 of those sticks white for the cacao. And that'll be used to fill in with the banana here. And this is kind of the spacing that I chose, and I went with. I wanted to intercrop. I didn't want to be totally dependent on just one thing, and the banana, especially with it being so sensitive with the different viruses and funguses. So I did the 3 meter by 3 meter spacing on the bananas there, but I left a 6 meter row there, and that'll be for cacao. And then the cacao will go up, starting here and go all the way up, but they'll be 6 meters apart. And then, so the next cacao is actually 6 meters over here. And then it's got 2 rows of banana there. So even though that one cacao will be there, now it'll have 9 meters in between to the next cacao, and that just kind of diversifies a little bit. And with my spacing, I've seen all the folks that I've seen that have planted, their banana spacing is much tighter, and the ones that have intercropped are even much tighter too. And now that I did not want to use the weed spray because you hear different things about it. I know it can sometimes affect maybe the microorganisms in the soil, which then help break down different organic material and help replenish nutrients into the soil. So I was trying to get away from using weed spray, and I haven't. For this whole banana planting, I have not used the weed spray, but it's been tough keeping up on the weeds. And there is a space, like the 6 meter space right there, going up. That's going to be tough to get in there, and well, not tough, but I mean, you just got to do it. Is get that weeded and get it stick, because you can see the weeds are, I want to say about as tall as me there. And eventually I will replace this camera. I know it's a little bouncy with me walking. I try to keep it steady. And so right here, we're getting started on this hill. I guess starting from the road here and working our way back that way, and then we'll come back around on this side as well. But we're getting that cleared with the weeds, so that way we can get these, get it sticked for the 6 meters. So these guys are just getting that cleared, so when these sticks are ready, we can start getting it sticked. And I'd like to go ahead and have that sticked already, because I know different maintenance things going to come up on the bananas. And then when I make that trip over to Davao in the Isuzu Elf, and we get those back here, they have a week to recover. And I know you think, oh, I've got a week, I can get it sticked in that time, but no, I want the sticks kind of already ready, because there's going to be all kinds of maintenance issues with getting up on the weeds. And there is something I had mentioned the bunchy top. We went through, cleared out the bunchy top again even. I know it sounds like I've been doing that pretty regularly, but we did plant those suckers, and they had a lot of the bunchy top. So there were a lot to get rid of. But we found out there is an insecticide called karate that's very common. Apparently that's the one you use, and it has kills the aphids and some other of those pests that transmit or transfer the virus. And this is the section about the mangosteen I had shown before, where I had leftover mangosteen, but I had this space that was available next to this road, and it was either going to be, I was going to squeeze in 2 rows of banana of the lacatans, because I already had the 2 rows of the mangosteen here, but I had left extra mangosteen, and the mangosteen that sat in the nursery, that it got planted, look a lot better right now. They just look a little larger. You can tell apparently it's very slow. They're very slow growing, and with a lot of times you want to get your fruit. I hear you want to get your fruit trees in while they're small. Let those root systems develop in the ground that they're going to be in. But with these mangosteens, it's better to let them. They're a slow growing tree, and let it wait for up to 2 years even. But I went ahead and got these in. I knew we were going to be doing maintenance on the banana right next to them. I figured we'll just keep on it, and they'll be fine. So, and they're hanging in there. They look okay, but it'll be the dry season that really determines how well they do. Oh, and so along the creek, I know I've mentioned I have that, like, I kind of went with the 2 rows in most places, except when it comes to the bamboo. I'll transfer down to 1 row, and then after the bamboo go back to the 2 rows. But this little strip here that was available, I had the mangosteen, so I went ahead, I added an additional row for the banana through here, and this goes all the way around the curve up there, and the same with the mangosteen over here. So that'll be interesting. I was trying to keep it far enough away from the road so it's not an issue later on when these trees get bigger, and hopefully they do get bigger. And then it goes around the curve there into one of those other crop block pockets that I had talked about before. I'm going to pause it now and walk around to that crop block pocket. Actually, it's a crop area. That's not the official crop. I have the other area for that. It's just a crop area, not a crop block. But which sounds similar to something else too, but I'm going to pause it here. Okay, so now I made it around that curve and followed it back. You can see the bamboo is kind of a landmark there. And these mangosteen, I know this soil is probably about as least healthy, because the broadleaf weeds didn't quite fill in as well. But still, the mangosteen are looking okay for now. And they need some shade protection as well, which the row of bananas going right next to them will help out with that. But now I am back here at the crop area, and this is not the crop block section where I'm going to have it sectioned off with specific rows and all that. This is just an area. It's a great little area back here. It's flat, but it also, because I said that before on my way back here, I came up with a little something. I don't know if anybody else will appreciate it, but so the one farmer wanted to plant his crop on a certain area, and the other farmer had already planted his crop on that area. So the first farmer goes up to the second farmer and said, "Are you trying to crop block me?" I don't know. I know there's not much to it. So I need a cheesy drum roll on that one. But as we come down, we have the 3 rows there. I don't know if you can see. It's tough to see with the weeds, even though I have the blue sticks. but that's why the color coding is happening. And then the 2 rows along the creek of the mangosteen. So then it comes back to here, and I go ahead and stop it. Oh man, some of those bananas aren't doing. These were some of the tissue cultures. Some of them are doing okay. Some of them aren't looking so hot. That one's a little struggling, and this one's struggling. And so when it comes down to here, I stop the mangosteen kind of at the fence line. I don't want it too close to the fence. I don't want to invite, because there are fruit bandits. They truly are fruit bandits. That's their profession. So let's see, what have we got here? Oh, and just going across this short little section to this bamboo, I've got the 2 rows of mangosteen going across, and then I'm 1 row of banana down the middle. So, which actually, now I have a section up here above the road that's still available. So that'll give me a little something to deal with. But I wanted to leave this crop area down here because it is a nice flat area. It's next to the creek, so there's a good water source, except in the heart of the dry season, and it just gets a lot of flow down here, and it's just a real healthy area. So I would like to utilize this space. And I have actually 4 of these crop areas that are set aside, and we have 2 guys that have partnered up, and the 2, because this one is over here, and there's one over there a little bit further, and then one over that way a little bit further, and they've partnered up, and they are going to plant cucumbers. So we'll see how their cucumber planting goes, and I'm gonna probably do a separate video on just what they've done so far. Basically, they did spray that for the weeds, and then they're going to, actually they've already plowed it, and I think they're getting ready with their seedling. We're getting ready with the seedlings on that. But this one wasn't quite ready. That one over there is blocked off with, it's kind of like got its own little block off on the with the guibano. But this one has the mangosteen back here. And the other one also has, along the fence line, it has the teak. But I did not plant the teak over here. I had extra teak I could have planted, but I wanted to hold off because I wanted to try a different type of border tree. So I'm still working on it. But right now I'm just focused on fruit. It needs to be the fruit in the ground, mostly the banana. We got a lot of those planted, but now those just knock out that cacao. And if I have time at the end of the rainy season here, I might throw some like maybe a nice hardwood that I have taken a liking to for the back border tree over here. So that's kind of the update of what we're working on now. Just trying to get those sticks ready and get the for the cacao. I want to get that 6 meter by 6 meter spacing in that gap, and then also allow for what else did I want to do with that? The 6 meter by the 6 meter spacing, and oh, I know what I want to do. I want to keep them at least 3 meters from a banana, at least 2 meters from one of my little pathways, and then at least 6 meters away from another fruit tree. And we want to get those sticks so I can get over. I can make that drive into Davao, which is a long one. But I've got a better cushion now, so I won't have any, hopefully any issues there. But so I'll keep you guys updated. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.